Thank you very much, Khenpo, for such a clear, gracious expose of such a difficult topic to talk about the nature of mind. I think we remember that this week, in particular, the attack in Ottawa by a young man who had mental issues and ambition to become a jihadist is a good example of how important it is for us educators at all levels, Jack Miller training teachers at OZ, us here at York training young adults, to actually step in and make sure that everybody has access to the possibility of clearing one's mind and reaching a level of clarity and peace as you described so far. We have to remember that in Canada we have one of the highest suicide rate among adolescents. So there's a lot of work to be done. Even in a prosperous and a country like Canada, we have work to do. So I want to thank you also for how prompt you are and just finishing on cue at 4:30 exactly. And we can now open the floor to questions. We had dedicated about 25 minutes to question period. I would like to ask those of you who want to ask a question to come to the center aisle and use the microphone that has been dedicated to you today, and to line up one behind each other so that you wait for your turn and ask your question to Khenpo.
My question is, as per my understanding, it has been mentioned that I am neither a hand nor a leg nor any of my body part, or nor the combination of all of them. So can we say that I am a soul? Is soul an appropriate word for that? Or
我们可以在没有特别细致的剖析过程当中呢，比较而言，外面的物质不是我，但是我的灵魂呢，就是暂时来讲，是我今生就是当人，下一世当其他的动物等等，又变成人，就这样一个循环。但是如果用最细致的一种中观的空性，佛教的空性观来破的时候呢，那所谓的我的不断的转世的这个性呢，也实际上是不存在的。所以说，这是一个中观佛教当中就是比较高层次的这种讲。那么这个时候我们会讲到暂时的现象当中，无之后我存在。在进行观察的时候，是我的心识和灵魂存在。在进行观察的时候呢，一切万法的真相呢，并不是一种实有的东西存在。这就是很好的一种剖析方法。
So to address your question, you said it's your soul that is yourself, right? And so Khenpo said when we do a very gross analysis, we see the external materials are not ourselves, or our body parts are not ourselves. Sometimes we do see that my soul or my consciousness is myself, because in this present life I'm a human being, and then in next lifetime I may be an animal or something like that. Then we transmigrate in the 6 realms of samsara. But at the level of our subtle analysis by the middle way school, we will see even our soul or our consciousness, they do not exist. And that is a more advanced analysis. And for the middle way school, we see temporary or at the conventional level, we see materials exist, and I exists, and our consciousness and our soul exist. But that is the conventional level. That is what appeared to us. But at the advanced or the ultimate level, we see nothing truly exists. There's no intrinsic existence of anything, including your mind.
这个问得很好啊，就是
This is a great question.
我再给你补充一般我不补充的。
Usually I don't add too much for the answers, but because it's a very great question, I will add something.
因为一旦我们认识到这个性的本来就确实也是不存在的，这不是理论上真正的通达的时候呢，那个时候获得了佛教当中的圣者阿罗汉的果位啊、菩萨的果位啊，或者是佛的果位。所以说，这个性的认识最高层次的时候呢，它才不会扭转。
And so once when we realize that our mind does not exist, then that is not a theoretical level. That's something we can experience. And that is for those noble beings as arhats, bodhisattvas, and Buddhas. They really experience that non-existence of our mind in that kind of way. And after you recognize the nature of your mind, you will not transmigrate in the samsara anymore.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The question's not completely related to what has been spoken today, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. It is related to meditation. If you're looking for some clarity or trying to find a clearer path in your life, how can meditation help to do this? And if it can be used is not the word I'm trying to find, but if it can help you reach some clarity, how do you go about doing it?
Choose something for your life, your path.
Yeah, exactly. It could even be something in terms of what you should be doing, what your purpose is, or even career-oriented.
通过修行，因为看你修的怎么样。如果你修得很有把握的时候呢，你可能不仅仅是生活当中，就包括你开车的时候也是前面会不会堵车啊，就是这些也是看得清楚的时候呢，通过修行来可以找到就是自己的路。如果你的修行境界还没有那么高的时候呢，可能在自己的职业生涯用修行来选择呢，可能有一定的困难。如果你在你自己的这种智慧来选择之后呢，你就祈祷一些你的如果你有信仰的话，就是佛啊、菩萨啊，或者是做一些善事啊，这样的话呢，实际上对自己的这种工作顺利啊，就是各方面就不会有出现违愿了，就是能起到就是外愿的一些作用。所以我们一般就是通过修行来能真正找到自己的路的人呢，他可能是需要一定的很高的这个境界，至少也是我们实践当中就是有些比较简单的这个选择呢没有问题，才能让关照到就是更深的、更隐蔽的，就是这些境界。所以这是一般的一种修行境界不高的人来讲是可能有一定的困难。
So through meditation. For if you have advanced realization in your meditation, then you will have no problem to solve any problem in your daily life. And in that way, when you drive, you can predict when the traffic jam is in front of you. So that is for very advanced realization if you have for your meditation. But if your level of realization is not that high, it's very difficult to choose the path of your life or any career-oriented questions. And so if you have some faith, some religious faith, you can pray to your deities or the Buddha or something like that, or do some virtuous things, virtuous deeds. That kind of behavior can help you to get rid of any unfavorable conditions in any of the thing you do. When you have very high realization, then that kind of thing, like very simple things, you will have no problem at all. And even those very secret things that are behind what we can think, you can also solve. So for very very basic realization or not very high realization or not very high state of realization, it will be very difficult to help you to choose things or the path of your life.
Do you think you could speak a little bit about how we could have compassion for someone even if they're not kind to us?
其实看我们自己的心态，如果自己的心态很好呢，应该这个世界呢，不管是对别人对我做什么样的，都应该不会起到不好的作用。比如说最近获得诺贝尔奖的马拉拉，他说过，他说因为我以前的一些宗教的信仰的作用，即使别人害我的话呢，我不会对他们还手。所以看我们的人性的这种境界，如果我的人性的这种慈悲心修得不好的话，即使别人对我很好，但是我也经常对他生嗔恨心。
So I think to answer your question, it all depends on our own mind state, the state of our own mind. Because if we have a very good state of our mind, no matter what other people do, and no matter it's negative or positive, kind or unkind, it will not have any negative effect on us. Like the Nobel Prize laureates recently, the 17-year-old girl, she said something like this. She said because of her own faith, that what she did was, even when other people harmed her, she never take revenge on them. And so if we have compassion in our mind, then we will not be affected by other people's attitude, no matter they're kind or not kind. It's very, I should say it's unconditional.
我说，那我就直接用中文说了。是这样，我是在禅修的过程中，比如说我会想一个太阳，然后我心里就想着那个太阳的时候，但是实际上我的念头依然是被挂住的，因为我会重复想说，我不要思绪不要被别的东西打扰，我要想那个太阳，我要想那个太阳。就好比在生活中，我们要求自己，我没有欲望，我没有欲望，但是其实这种压抑欲望的过程本身也是一种欲望。然后就觉得有时候这个问题比较难以让自己理解或者是什么。
So her question was, when she does meditation, she just think there is a song. If she wants to be concentrated on that song, and she will just think another thought will come to her is, I should not be distracted from that song. And she thinks that part of thoughts is also a distraction. So how can she get rid of that part?
光这样一个向着太阳等等这种方法可以暂时压制一种心态，但是不一定很究竟的，甚至有时候有点也是不太究竟，就像我们暂时吃一个止痛片一样。其实我刚才讲的找到这个人实性的这种本体，找到根源，就是这时候才能根本上就解决你的问题。
So I think like when you visualize a sound, that is some kind of way that you use to control your mind, but that is not a very a good way, because it's just like when you have a pain, you just take some painkiller. And so if you choose the meditation that can help you to reconcile the nature of your mind, then you can get rid of those things, rid of all those destructive or discursive thoughts from their roots. So I recommend you to do the meditation in this way.
So I'm to understand that we choose a deity or a symbol that has some significance, and this interrupted stream of concentration then would be your first level of meditation. How then do we move on to the next stage? Or is it just a matter of more meditation for longer periods of time?
这个入定时间就是越长越好，但是我们如果有外在的散乱的心啊，内在的沉掉的心呢，不一定就很长。所以我们如果知道禅定的重要性，然后保持自己的这种状态清净的话，先找一个非常寂静的环境，然后要长期的不断的修。刚开始可能短一点，但慢慢就是最后时间会越来越长， 就这就是唯一的办法，就是要长期下功夫。
So it is better if you can maintain a longer time in your meditation. That is true. However, if you have a dullness or some kind of a distraction during your meditation, it's better do not maintain that very long, because in order to maintain our meditative concentration for a longer time, that really requires a very quiet environment and also a very long time meditation. So at the beginning or still at the beginning stage, it's impossible for you to maintain a very long concentration.
那个上师你好，我有一个问题，一直有一点疑惑，就是在佛教中，那个贪嗔痴是我们的就是痛苦的根源。但是我想就是在现实生活中，比如说像 Steve Jobs，他对他的那个事业，他也是一种贪心。那么这种贪心或者说这种坚持是社会发展的动力呢，还是一种不好的东西？这个我一直很困惑。
So she said, because our afflictive emotions such as desire, hatred, and ignorance, that is the root of our suffering. But when people who can have a very great passion for their job, for their career, that is also kind of a form of desire. Is that a form of desire kind of impair the development of the society, or it's something good or bad?
其实正当的这种需求是需要的。正常的事业的追求呢，就是它不是很严重的贪心。所谓的贪心是非常夸张的一种吸引力，就过度的一种吸引心态。所谓的嗔恨心是过度的一种排斥的厌恶的一种心态。所以我们如果用智慧观察的时候，我们佛教当中也并没有排斥我们积极的正面的需求自己的适当的生活。但是大多数的贪心呢，实际上是我有一种夸张性的，本来不是那么好看的东西，你反而认为是非常好；本来是不需要那么排斥的东西，反而你认为是必须要排斥。这就是一种超越我们的物质的或者外在对境的真相的一种心态。那这种心态不符合实相，因此佛教呢次第性的要求就是排除，否则它对我们的带来生活就是带来影响。
So it's appropriate for human beings to have some motivation for their career, for their job, for their working, because that kind of motivation is not a very serious desire. When we talk about the desire in Buddhism, that is some excessive attachment to something and some exaggerating of the impression of something. Like if something is just beautiful, then you think it's extremely beautiful, or you think it's extremely ugly, then you like or dislike something to a very excessive degree. That is something we should avoid. But for this kind of appropriate motivation for your job or for your working, that is something acceptable. And because in Buddhism we also see we should get rid of our emotions in order, so we should not just think, oh, everything have to be get rid of. We have to go this step by step. Otherwise, your daily life will be affected by inappropriate order of get rid your emotional things.
就是说是程度问题，如果是说中等以下程度的，就不算是坏事，是这样讲吗？
对。
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Rinpoche, to come here in Canada. It's a great honor to meet you. You talked about emptiness as the result could be clear discernment. So that emptiness, is it shunyata or tongpani? Was it that emptiness you were referring to?
实际上叫明空无二无别。也就是我们的心的本体是空性，但是它还有明明清净的一种不可思议的，这两者呢，就是本身都是无二无别的。但是这是或者是通过一种理论的推理，或者是一种巧觉的实修呢，就是才可以显现。我们用一般语言来说，最高的境界是很难描述。
So when I talked about the emptiness that we should avoid, that is because it's just one part of the very advanced state of realization. Because when we really reach that ultimate level of realization, we should have two aspects of that. That is the inseparability of both emptiness and luminosity. That two things have to be together at the same time, and they're inseparable, indivisible.
Is there a way to attain, not attain, but contemplate this in a non-analytical way? Can we contemplate emptiness in a calm abiding practice?
有些人也可以。
For some people, they can reach that state just by calm abiding meditation.
英力上师，上师，我有一个问题，就是可能很多人也有同样的问题，就是当我们还没有一定修行境界，还没有达到空性和禅定的一些境界的时候，在平时的生活当中遇到一些烦恼，就是如何去对治，如何用最简单的或者说用一些巧诀去对治生活中的烦恼，或者说如何就是像我们这种没有修行境界的人，如何去把烦恼化为菩提？谢谢。
So his question is, so before we reach the realization of emptiness or the very advanced realization, how can we counteract the afflictive emotions in our daily life, or how can we turn those afflictive emotions into the path of Bodhisattva?
没有读书的博士学位有困难吗？
So is that easy for you to get your PhD degree without go to school?
也是开玩笑，但是
I was joking.
我们可能在生活当中就是出现一些包括就是不舒服的对境啊，产生发脾气啊，就这种时候呢，我们可能最好展示的这种方法呢，就心态就平静一下。就一般来讲，佛教也是这样的，像树木一般，就安住，大概是2分钟、3分钟。这个时候，你原来的很多烦恼呢，不像刚开始那样的，所以很多行为呢，可能暂时安住一下，也是最简单的一种方法。
I think the simplest way for you to use is in our daily life when you see something you really hate or dislike, or like a person you really dislike, and when you lose your temper, the best way, it's a temporary way, is to calm your mind first, and at that time just treat yourself as a log for 2 minutes without any movement, without any speech. And then after 2 minutes, those afflictive emotions will be less powerful. And I think that is the way I want to recommend you.
尤其是我经常想发脾气骂人的时候呢，我希望你们不要马上说别人，要过3分钟以后先考虑一下，3分钟以后再骂别人，也许可能后面的很多就不会成功的。
So especially for example, when you was tempted to curse someone, you just wait for 3 minutes, and after 3 minutes, then you start to do that. And I think you will not do that after 3 minutes.
谢谢上师。
Hi, I'm from University of Toronto for a life science student, and I have a question. Is that there's a joke at U of T? Is that at U of T they're teaching you A and B and testing you Z, like Y and Z, and everyone is so stressful about their marks because they're not teaching you how to improve your way of studying. You have to find by yourself, and also everyone. Like not everyone is practicing the meditation as a university student. So how can they manage their stressful emotion with excess academic work?
这就是不仅仅是你们学校，现在全世界的学校基本上都是一个分数着重的学校，就是东南西北的整个很多学校呢，就 不培养心灵，就是只培养这个分数。这也是我们现在可能是比较关注的。但是这个方法呢，可能既要关心就是分数，但同时作为一个老师，不一定所有的精力全部放在分数上，有时候应该分数以外的，就是培养他的道德，培养他的这种慈悲心啊，就是这方面，我觉得作为一个老师应该有办法的。就是个学生是吧？那是一个学生的话呢，你求这个老师有时候给我们多讲一点背信方面，因为我们将来也需要他。
So I think this problem is not just in your university. I think all the universities in the world all have this kind of problem, and people just emphasize a lot on their grades instead of what their mental health. And so I think it's better for you not only just pay much attention to your grades, but also cultivate compassion. And if you are students, you do not have the choice to do that. You should request your teacher to give more education on compassion. Tell them that you will need compassion in the future. Please teach us about compassion.
还有一种方法，给校长写一封信，问一下校长怎么回答。
You can also write a letter to the president of your university or the chancellor of your university to request this.
All right. 我就想问一个问题，就是这样子。我刚才听你讲就是这样子，就是说如果要是 meditation，它要达到一个比较高一点的境界，我就想问，如果想达到一个比较高一点的境界，是不是必须得是Buddhism， 就是我必须 become 就是 Buddhism， 就是 I just ask in English again， 就是in order to reach a higher level, a higher stage of meditation, does someone has to be Buddhism, or in other words, like meditation has to be bind with Buddhism？
我觉得依靠一个高一点的就 meditation， 也就是禅定的这种禅修的话呢，一定需要有一种最好是一些佛教的这种方法，尤其是升观，他的这种智慧和认识呢，应该当前来讲是非常的重要。我看到很多就是东西方的学校和寺院当中都举办许多禅修，但这些禅修呢，大多数都是一种比较简单的调整这个心态和平衡心态的，其实暂时来讲是起作用的，这个也是非常有必要的。但更重要的，我们长期性的心态要得到保持的话呢，还是通过一种诀窍来就进行深入。当然，我们每个这个人的层次呢都不相同，都有可能不同的。我们就追求比较高的，而且比较稳重的，再加上是深入的，就是 meditation 的话呢，那么一定要就是用这种方式来，就是抉择非常重要。再说是我们这个就修成过程当中呢，其实不一定是个佛教徒，就是他可以就是即使你没有这个信仰的话呢，你如果按照这种方法来寻找就是真理的话呢，都是完全是可以的。
Okay.
So to answer your question, it's not necessary to be a Buddhist to do this kind of practice or for you to reach a very high advanced realization. And even you have no religious faith, that's okay. But you can use the methods in Buddhism, especially Vipassana, the analytic meditation, because it's very important. Because as I see a lot of meditation workshop or something like that in the West or in the East, it's a very simple way. That kind of thing can only adjust or balance your mind. That it can only give you some temporary effect. But if you use the peace instructions in Buddhism to train your mind for a very long time, then you will find the nature of your mind and really gain the benefit of that.
上师你好，我是想就是在修心的过程当中，会经常碰到自己就是这种习气，会看到自己的习气，就是 当看到自己习气的时候，就是会感觉到很泄气，然后对这种修行就是增加了一种压力。我想问一下，就是我们在这种修行过程中，就是面对看到自己习气，然后感到泄气的这种时候，应该怎么做？谢谢。
So the question is, during her meditation, she finds that she can always realize some bad habitual tendency that she has, and that kind of thing makes she feel a lot of stress for her practice. So how can she face this kind of problem?
一个学生他要读完他的学业的过程当中呢，也会经常就是遇到不愿意读书的事情。一个成功的企业家，他在走完他的成功的路的时候呢，路上也会遇到很多的坎坷。同样的，我们修行的道路当中呢，也不是那么容易的，应该是艰难的。不仅仅是我们，甚至一些刚才我讲了，像一些丁国钦自仁波切那样的人的话，他也是经过10多年的这种不断的反反复复的下功夫，每天都是要利用特别长的时间去修心。所以这些都是一种自然规律。当我们要追求一个最高的成就的话，路是都要这个走的。但是你最好认识自己的有些不好的时候呢，认识是一个好的，但是其中不能舍弃。如果没有舍弃，一直坚持走下去的话，即使你修行过程当中经常可能恨自己啊，或者觉得讨厌自己啊，但是这个呢，实际上不仅仅是我们修行，就是任何一个求知的过程当中都会遇到的。所以我的想法呢，就是要长期的，无论是遇到什么样的困难，你要不断的去努力，就为了达到这个目标呢，也要创造一些各方面的就是不间断的这种因缘。这样之后呢，到一定的时候，自己也自然而然就别人让你不要修的话呢，你也会愿意修，就是愿意去走下去的。这是到一定的时候路很顺的。所以说，我想这是一种不断的这个努力是最关键的。
So for your question, and even for a student who wants to complete or finish his or her school, or an entrepreneur, he or she wants to do his business, they all have to encounter a lot of difficult times. So like for even great master like Khenpo Rinpoche, he also spent 13 years for his meditation. So this is a natural law of anything in the process when we do something. So in order to succeed in a goal, we have to recognize difficult times they are there waiting for us. And so I think it's a very good phenomenon that you can realize the bad habit or bad habitual tendency that you have. However, at this time, don't be affected by this negatively, and you should persist on what you do on the path and avoid any self-hatred or something like that. All those negative emotions are not good. So as long as we make efforts all the time and with perseverance, that we can do things at the end to reach the end of anything that we do. And even if you really do this for a long time, then you will find that you can get the benefit from that, and you can feel that you can make it. Then even other people ask you to stop to that, you will still insist on doing that. So perseverance is very important for us to encounter those difficult times.
Well, I think it's a perfect few words conclusion on this. We will persevere. We need to keep up with the time, and we want to thank Khenpo Sodargye one more time for coming all the way from China to Canada and to the US to share his wisdom with us. He will leave the room, but I'm asking you to stay 5 more minutes. We want to make a short announcement and allow Khenpo to leave the room. So thank you very much again in the name of York University and all those who are present today for sharing your wisdom.